All right, I'm back. I got the results of today's shoot and also a reload I haven't told you guys about or haven't showed you how I do it. So I used my Ruger Blackhawk over there. I'll show you that in a second. And this thing grew really good. It was a lot of fun. The loads I made are, I mean, they definitely have some kick, but it's just a nice push. It's not unbearably brutal in terms of recoil in the hand. So this is 12 rounds total, and I'll get to that why I did it like this. I used my 44 Magnum 310 grain bullet, and then my 44 Special 264 grain. So what I had is I had my crosshairs aimed at the bottom of this thing, and both loads had the same point of impact. That's 12 rounds right there. Reason why I didn't separate them was there was a bunch of people at the range, so I really didn't get much shooting in. I do have a little quick clip of me shooting my LCR, but anyways, there's just so many people shooting, and I didn't want to have to stop everyone, so I could adjust my chronograph so I could shoot like the target over here, not worry about, hitting the sunshades or the poles or anything. So I just kind of kept slinging them, taking my time. I had it rested on a bag, and I mean, me personally, that's a pretty good group for 12 shots and how consistent it was. I got holes touching each other. I can do the old OG finger wiggle, but yeah. So for the other target, here's my 38 Special one. I'll kind of explain why I didn't do so good. So all I had was my LCR. I didn't have my Smith & Wesson J-frame with my hammer to pull back. I didn't have my lever action at the time. So these don't do it justice, but I do know when I was kind of aiming at the steel swingers, I was hitting it every time, and they're probably only about that wide, maybe, as tall as this. These are from another shoot, but so I'll kind of go over the reloads, what I did, and what I chronographed. So I started off with a 44 Magnum. It's a Lee 300 grain bullet using Fiocchi brass. Remington large pistol primer, 7 grains 800X, and my overall length is 1.600. Here's the velocity. It was very consistent. Interesting enough, I don't know what this is, but most of the brass pushed free, but I had like one or two that was like kind of sticky, and then it was able to push free quick. I checked all the primers. I mean, there's no flattening, no piercing. I was checking for anything on the brass for terms of overpressure, and I think it's okay for the most part. I do know that 800X with that 300 grain bullet seed so deep, there isn't a whole lot of wiggle room, because some of the shells, it's either just about to touch or just about touching. The 800X is only a medium burning powder. It's not a slow burning powder, so. Okay, I can hear a little shake in there. But I was going for some standard velocity loads. It was very consistent. Got around the 900 feet per second range. I didn't have my adapter to put it up into my phone, so I could just write down like everything without doing the math, my standard deviation, foot-pounds, all that stuff. I brought some sticky notes out and wrote down the velocities. I'll be honest, that's all I did. For the next one, I didn't have this in order, but I did the 44 Special, 264 grain. It's an Arsenal mold. It's like it's a copy of the H&G. Pretty badass. But anyways, I wouldn't say that's a stiff load of unique, but it's getting up there. That was pretty consistent too. I was in the same 900 feet per second range. And this is all out of my Blackhawk right here. It's a heck of a gun. I'm liking it so far. I bought it used. So here's my load here. Here's my overall length. I'm using the same primer, Remington Large Pistol Primer, Arsenal 264 grain semi-wad cutter. I'm using 6.2 grains of unique. I got those velocities. I was very happy with the consistency. The accuracy was outstanding, so I'm not going to complain about that. So last but not least, it's special with that Lee C358, 158. These are actually coming out at 162. I forgot to mention that. But I'm using Clean Shot. It's Shooter's World Clean Shot. It's not really actually clean, because if you turn the case, if you just pull the cases out and look at it, it looks clean. Like the cases don't have soot and stuff on the outside. Flip that case around and you tap it on the floor or table or whatever you're at. You'll get like a chunk of ash that comes out and maybe some yellow unburned granules. It's just, even with the I didn't do 3.8. It's a fast burning powder, and I changed my mind on that because that bullet seat in there actually kind of deep. Didn't want to push things, especially if I want to use this for 38 special, not just 357. So I used 3 grains, 3.4 grains. So, I mean, both loads, actually, if anything, the 3 grain load was more consistent. Take it for what it's worth. I do know the 3 grain recoil impulse compared to the 3.4 was actually, I could definitely feel it. The 3.4 was a little more snappy. But we're also getting up into the 700 feet per second range. I think I'm going to stay with 3 grains of Clean Shot. I just enjoyed that better. I think it would be a good target load. But that target over there doesn't do it any justice. So I think I'm going to load up some more of this ammo with 3 grains. And I'm going to test it out of the lever action and maybe Ruger Blackhawk or SP101 or something. But yeah, guys, these are just my results, and I had a lot of fun today shooting. I'll kind of quick get on this brass. I mean, this is what you guys want to see with all my loads. You just want to get the facts, figures, numbers. I hope this helps someone out in terms of reload data. Obviously, don't just assume my loads are safe for your guns. Like, make sure you actually work up to it. However, I hope this is some sort of data point for you guys. But anyways, that is the end of my video. I hope you guys liked it. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day, and God bless.